Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 67 of Red Dirt and Stardust, a Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition Western and pirate science fantasy campaign. So, where last we left off, the group defeated the lava children that they were up against, going deeper into the volcano to find a ritual space above a giant pool of lava. On the back wall was carved the symbol of a dragon. Many of these lava children were surrounding about 20 miners. They managed to free them after killing the lava children, but it seemed whatever ritual they were doing was completed by the lava children's death, and the ghost of Raxarvis, the dragon who once resided in this volcano and was defeated by the founders of the town, comes back. And it's there where we begin. So we are going to start right at the top as Rexarvis steps through the portal and says that your sacrifice has been accepted. With Marcus, you are first up as this shadowy dragon forms in front of you all.
Right. Hell. Let's see. Do I want to boop, 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 boop. Hmm. Go. Okay. I think that could be good. I think that could be good. Seeing I'm trying to plan his action and also think about what I'm giving away and also think of a like mouthy quip. Um,
I will
I
say he said that in Draconic, so I think Jed is the only one who understands what Rexarvis said.
oh no, I just want to mouthy quip him
Oh,
anyway.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It's
Um,
just not going to be in response to the statement. Got it.
no. Yeah, I think I am going to. I'm just see if we can knock him down a peg. I'm going to do, and I'm going to attempt to make this all just look like a casting of vicious mockery because I think that appears on a couple different spell lists and not give away the fact that I'm using my bardic inspiration to use an unsettling words. So that's minus D8 on this wisdom save for vicious mockery.
All right.
And I don't know, he's gonna say something like, now, what kind of some bitch drags themselves up from the depths of hell, come back to town where they already done been killed? Mm-mm. It's just in poor form. And honestly, dude, I think you would have been a lot scarier if you still had like bones or whatnot, like the shadow thing. Meh. Yeah. Vicious mockery, wisdom save.
All right. And oh, wisdom save, you said.
Minus a D8, please.
Minus a D8. Okay.
You hurt
Let me
his
find my
feelings.
D8. Oh God, where's my D8? There's my D8. Does a 17 succeed or fail?
You cocksucking bitch.
He surprisingly has some wisdom.
Can I silvery barbs it?
Sure. That's gonna fail.
Fuck
Doesn't
yeah.
matter what it is. It failed for sure. It was a single digit.
All right, fantastic. So he's going to take 9 points of psychic damage, disadvantage on the next attack roll he makes, and we will give the advantage to Jed.
Hell yeah.
So what was, I'm sorry, it was 8 points psychic damage or nine?
9.
Nine. Gotcha.
Yep. And that's me.
All right.
Action
So
bonus,
afterward is going to
reaction,
be
and also I guess maybe like move. I don't know. Where am I? I think I went to like the other side of the circle where a dude who had my thing on him was. Oh,
I think we're all kind of like in like a half circle
I
on
had a
like the
hex up
edge.
because
for
I
us.
think you all ganged up on the last lava child.
Oh. We
Mm.
are clumped-ish.
Yeah, I
Clumped-ish.
kind of want to maybe unclump a little bit. Can I like move back?
Point of order, Jed is in the air.
Yes,
Ah,
Jed is in the air.
right.
Good point. That's a good point.
Good point. Good
Yes.
point.
Okay, so next up
Yep.
is Chauncey.
How far away is this guy from us where we're
I'm gonna say
standing?
probably 40 feet to get to his toes.
Oh, cool. So I still have haste up from the Lava Children fight.
Yeah.
So my movement is currently doubled, so I have 70 feet of movement.
Oh,
Excellent.
yeah.
And so I'm just going to run up with Lovey May and I'm gonna start whacking at him with this infused uh fucking what was it, a quarterstaff that I was given.
Yeah, my Kunai staff.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
fine.
I would like to say that this dragon is probably not immune to metal. That was a lava child quirk. So feel free to use any of your metal weapons if you
Right,
want
right.
to.
Okay. Fuck it. If I know that, sure. I'll just pull out Pyre Maul and we're gonna swing with that bitch.
Cool.
So first attack.
It is still, remember, a fire dragon.
Yes. Rexarvis was a fire
Oh.
dragon because he lived in a
We
volcano.
do know this. That's not meta at all.
No,
They
it
were fire
isn't.
children.
It isn't.
They were worshiping a fire
I
deity.
will say there is enough information, and you know enough about the founding of the town to know that this is a fire dragon, even though it's a fire dragon ghost.
Yeah.
It's still a fire dragon.
Yeah, but I mean, even if he's immune to fire damage, that's
Fire
still
Maul might
2d6
Yeah, he's
versus
not immune to
1d8.
Pyre Maul smashing his toes.
Yeah.
Just say that you hate me, Spencer. Just say it.
I am going to use my bonus action to cast a Branding Smite. Just
Branding Smite does radiant damage, correct?
it does radiant damage.
Okay, good.
Oh,
I was about to say,
heads up. We forgot to tell you, Antonious. We managed to get a few. Your best spell last round was Firebolt, although I was using it to cast like cold and lightning damage and shit. It was funny.
Oh yeah, you
we
did
were-
a cold lightning bolt, a lightning
Yep.
bolt made of ice.
Yeah, it was pretty fun.
You know, that ability that you don't use. Anyway, not to be
Let's call you
savage or
out,
anything,
think.
but you know,
It came in pretty clutch. Just tossing that out there.
it was a very
Is
good
this
move.
meta magic?
No.
this
It's
is a-
your scribe
It's
wizard
your
stuff.
scribe wizard thing. You can change the element of a spell, provided
It's in your spell list somewhere.
yeah. So
Yeah.
if you don't have lightning damage, you can't change anything to lightning damage. But if you have lightning damage, you can change any spell to deal lightning damage.
It doesn't even have to have lightning damage. It just has to list the damage
List
type.
it. So stuff like
in the
Chromatic Orb
spells.
and
Yes.
Chaos Bolt will also cover that. Damn.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Ooh,
It's
shit.
kind of crazy, actually.
Yeah. So you literally can turn anything into anything.
Go ahead, cast a fireball with ice damage, whatever.
Or magical bludgeoning damage if you have a
Magical
spell like
bludgeoning
that.
damage.
It just explodes into a fireball of hammers.
It's just a giant leaden ball. Just,
All right.
right, sorry, yeah.
So
I just wanted to let
Chauncey,
you know.
you smashed Rexarvis's ghost toes.
27 to hit on the first attack.
That will in fact hit.
Okay. Do you want me to divide out my magical bludgeoning, fire, or radiant damage?
It is immune to fire damage, but everything else is perfectly fine.
Okay, 5 bludgeoning, and then the radiant is going to be 8, and then add an additional 5 to the hit for my. So 5 plus 5 plus 8 is 18 damage.
Okay.
All right.
All right, we'll take
And then I'm
Um,
assuming
I
you
have
a
2
second
more
attack.
attacks.
Oh yes,
Because
Right.
haste.
because haste.
Here they come. One is going to be a 21 to hit. One is going to be a 29 to hit.
Both of them hit.
I'll just roll the bludgeoning damage. 8 plus 5 is 13. And we'll do 9 plus 5 is 14. And I'm also going to use one of my
Arcane Jolts.
Arcane Jolts for 2d6 of force damage on it. Another 6 force damage on that one.
Yep.
Damn. Okay.
That's
Get it,
all I
bitch.
got.
All right. And nothing with Talipo or
I used my bonus action to use Branding Smite.
yeah.
Lovey May followed me. Talipo is probably flying in the air around Jet approximately.
cool. All right. So Adrien, it's your turn. Rexarvis rolled real low.
I have a spell that I recently got that I really want to try. He's like this shadow thing, right?
He
Yes.
is a ghost.
So I am going to cast Black Well.
Okay. I feel like I
Um,
remember scrolling across this. I don't remember what it does.
I summon a seething sphere of dark energy, 5 feet in diameter, at a point within range, which the range is like 600 feet.
Cool.
Jesus.
What?
I feel like 600 feet is a bit far for
think
any
this is
given
Wait,
spell.
no, it's sorry, 300 feet.
This
Okay,
is the one
alright,
that sucks
alright.
everyone
Still.
in.
300 if it's like a high level spell. Makes sense.
The sphere pulls creatures toward it and devours the life force of those it envelops.
Oh,
Yeah, that one.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's like, is it? But it's dead, right? So it doesn't have any life force.
Well, it has an HP bar.
Okay.
which is really all that it cares
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
Every
It's not an
creature
inanimate object.
Every creature other than you that starts its turn within 90 feet of the black well must make a successful strength saving throw or be pulled 50 feet toward the well.
So that's everyone, just so that you know. That is literally everyone on the battlefield.
Within
All of
90
us.
feet of the well.
It was Chauncey only needed 40 feet to get to Raxarvis. I'm
Chauncey's
assuming
standing
Colton is
right
only,
there.
or Jed is only 30 feet in the air. Everybody is within range of this thing. Everybody's getting
I have a-
pulled 50 feet
I have a
towards
question.
this
What's
thing.
the size of the dragon?
It is classified as a large dragon.
Oh, okay, so it's
Oh.
not huge.
Wait.
Large size?
It has been reduced due to death.
Oh.
It's a ghost. It's lost some stuff.
Something else that I got recently is Circle of Death.
Yeah. Also, definitely don't do that.
Because Chauncey's right underneath it. Chauncey
Definitely
literally
not that.
hammered his toes, gave him hammer toe. So be careful with anything you cast because Chauncey is directly under him.
Psychic
God.
Lance that motherfucker.
Holy fuck! Circle of Death is a 60-foot radius.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's insane.
It's so big.
Jesus,
You
Christ,
actually
can
love
murder
so
a
big.
town with that.
You actually have a lot of really good shit.
And is it like Finger of Death where anyone that dies to it becomes a zombie under your
I don't
control
think
for a period
so.
of
I
time?
think it's
No,
just
no, no,
damage.
no, it's
Oh,
just
thank
straight
God.
damage, but it is.
That was Finger of Death that does that.
Yeah, Finger of Death does the reanimate as a zombie under your
Yeah,
control.
because we almost had I think it was oh god.
the
Symbols
deadly
monkey.
fingering.
Oh my God.
Symbols the monkey cast that on Valakar and almost killed him.
Yep.
All right,
So,
I'm
yeah.
Sure did.
going to do Shadow Puppets.
Shadow
Okay.
puppets. Okay, cool. What's the saving throw? Remind me.
It's not a saving throw.
Oh, it's an attack roll.
Yeah.
Dirty 20.
And then it makes a saving throw if the attack hits. And
Okay.
every time the attack hits, it gets to make the
Okay,
saving.
so the attack did hit. So how much what damage type is it and how much damage does it do?
It is going to be 23, 23 psychic damage.
23 psychic damage. Okay, good. 23 psychic damage and
Then int save.
int save. Oh, int save. Interesting. Ooh.
Yeah. Shit. I already used my thing, so.
It only gets a 5.
Well, wow.
Oh, nice.
Fantastic.
So what does that mean?
Oh, it's incapacitated until the start of his next turn.
Oh,
Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
cool.
Yep.
Love that for me.
Let's just
All right.
Oh, and
start
also-
the fight.
Be
Start the fight
mindful,
with incapacitating.
if it does get to attack, it still gets a, what is it, minus D4 from the...
The target takes 2d8 psychic damage and must make a successful intelligence.
No. From Vicious Mockery. Oh, it's disadvantage. Disadvantage on its next attack, if it even gets to make it, because it's currently...
It's incapacitated, so no, it doesn't. So, this is why I hated that this rolled really fucking low. So Adrien, is there anything more that you want to do with your turn, or should we move on to Jed?
We can move on.
Get it, Papas.
All right, Jed, what you doing? 30 feet in the air, 40
That
feet
was
away.
definitely above game. 100% not a thing that Marcus would have said.
Get it, Papas?
Yeah. No.
Sounds like Marcus to me.
He's gonna get it, Papas, and then he duck walks away. I believe I was already concentrating on Hex, so I'll reapply my Hex to the dragon.
Cool.
I forgot to do that shit.
And then I will do a second level guiding bolts.
Cool. Roll to hit.
Yeah, I have advantage.
Yep.
Because of the silvery barbs.
Mm-hmm.
Rolling on mobile is strange.
Oh, I forgot to.
Okay, 27 to hit.
That will hit.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
And it does, okay, 21 plus, where's my hex? 21 plus 1d6.
Hex does necrotic damage, correct?
It does necrotic damage. So 2 points of
Have
necrotic
that.
and 21. So 1 point of necrotic.
It is resistant to necrotic damage because
22
ghost.
damage in total then. And he's now glowing with fire stuff.
Cool.
Oh, it's like when it was alive.
Yeah.
All right. So after Jed is going to be Shaw,
I
followed
beat
by
it in
Rexarvis.
initiative? What?
Yes, you did.
Oh
It was
my God.
surprising.
I'm gonna move far to the left to sunbeam it and try not to hit Chauncey. It needs
Cool.
a con save.
Con save. He's good at con saves.
Oh, I'll waste a charge of my archive to take a D4 off of his save.
Okay. Not sure how much that's going to help because he rolled a 29.
Damn it.
So I'm not sure taking a D4 off that save is going to help.
What if instead he rolled a 17? And I'll use my other portent die.
He gets a 26 if he rolls a 17.
Oh my God.
I was
Wait,
gonna.
don't
minus-
portent dies replace
Yeah.
the result
No, it
No, you
It
still
replaces
add
the
die.
result of the die,
of the D?
replaces the die, not the
whole thing.
Uh,
So he has a chonky
Silvery
con
bar.
modifier.
thanks, I guess.
Stop it.
I
Stop
rolled
that.
the exact same thing. I rolled a natural
Okay.
20.
Oh my God. Wait,
So at least someone gets advantage.
Does he have vicious mockery too?
Yes.
How much is that? Yofi?
Lyla, you get my advantage, or Marcus, I mean.
Shit, yeah, okay, cool.
That's what Jed says. He says, Lyla, shit, wait.
Shit, wait. Just in the middle of combat.
Well, now Shaw just knows.
God damn it.
Okay.
The whole thing going.
That's my turn.
Does he take any damage?
Oh, I think he might take half damage. Let me look.
Check to make sure he takes half damage, because I don't want you.
Oh, he does take half damage. I'm glad you said that. I was like, I'm done. Oh, there's some 8s in there. Okay, 27 and then half that, so 13. Because we roll down, right?
Yeah, we'll take it.
All right. It is now Rexarvis's turn, and he can do nothing because he is incapacitated by the fucking shadow puppets.
Yeah.
Back up to the top.
Wait.
Marcus.
Hang on. I think he gets to save on his turn.
But it's probably at the end of the turn, most likely.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. If it hits.
I mean, I'll roll the save, but
No, actually, he does not.
It's just until
just
your next
straight
turn,
up
I think.
until shit.
it's straight
he's
up until
fucked.
Adrian's next turn, and then because then he has to hit with the shadow puppets again in order to
Yes.
reapply that.
Yep.
So if he doesn't hit, then it can act.
Yes.
Cool. Okay. Marcus, what you doing?
Well, I see that's a con save. I mean, it's a dragon ghost.
It is a dragon ghost.
What the fuck does
It's
Marcus
a
know
dragon
about
and ghost type Pokemon.
Yes. Oh my God, we're fighting a Dragapult right now.
That's what I was gonna say.
Okay, let's see. I had a thought. I'm not sure if it's the best thought.
Do it.
Comes up,
Okay. Who and or why? You know what? Fuck it. I am just gonna go for it. I am going to unsettling words him again.
Cool.
And then we are going to, let's see, what does he say? See, told you. The whole shadow bit, yeah, he's like way better at it anyway. It's not really, sorry, bud, not kind of working out for you yet. And that's just going to be his unsettling words. We're going to do a enlarge reduce, actually, is what I'm going to try to do on him.
On him?
No, I lied.
Usually
I'm
you
gonna
do
do
that
it
on Chauncey.
I think I'm going to, let's go for a spray of cards. And we're gonna go. We're gonna do the one that does both. the one casting I have of the damage and blinded.
Oh, it damages and blinds.
Yes. That is a dex save. Again, minus a d8, please.
Okay. Oh, well, he doesn't have a lot of dex. Especially not when you have a +0 and you roll 10. So I'm not even going to roll the minus d8 or whatever
Wait,
because
so
he rolled a 10.
He was 40 feet away?
Yes.
Nope, I
So
actually can't spray of cards. I would have to get closer to him. I lied.
You can get closer to him.
Yeah, but I moved back last
How much
time.
do you trust Adrien's shadow puppets?
15 feet. Yeah, you know what? Okay, sure. I'll use my 30 feet.
That's the question.
Okay, yeah.
I mean,
fine.
you
We'll do
did
it.
steal
We'll
my
do it.
bath one time.
We'll do it. You rolled. What's the save?
So I got a straight 10.
Oh, well, yeah, no.
So that's why I was like, yeah, it fails.
Yeah, that's poop.
He's got nothing to make it better.
Let's see. Yeah, so he is now blinded until the end of his next turn.
Blinded
Oh,
and
cool.
incapacitated.
Jesus
Yes.
Christ.
And also he's going to take 2d10s right to the face. Oh, no, sorry, 3d10.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay, that's 23.
And what type of damage is it?
Piercing, I want to say.
Okay. 23, you said?
Spectral cards, 2d10. No, it's force damage, actually.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Weird.
Oh, well, the Rifflers do force damage. Well, no, they do necrotic and radiant damage. Anyway, you said 23?
23.
All
23,
right.
he is blinded.
Yeah, he is not doing so hot. Roaring in
Big
rage.
scary dragon.
So
Sorry,
after
I can't resist. I mean,
Marcus's
look
turn.
at him.
I mean, you all are lawnmowers. We know this. I've had to put some very, very ugly monsters in your way, and you're just like, okay, yep, it's dead now. You all sneeze in anything's general direction, and it dies.
I sliced its head off. Oh shit. Okay.
You sneeze, and its head
Or
explodes.
half the time we just incapacitate everything to death.
Yes, like right now. All right, Chauncey, what you doing? It's incapacitated and blinded, which I think technically gives you advantage
Let's
Our
see.
glass cannon.
because it's blinded and can't get out of the way fast enough.
Conditions blinded is a blinded creature attack rolls against it have advantage. Yeah. And
Yeah.
his attacks
Hell
have
yeah.
disadvantage.
I'm gonna
If he ever
do
gets
my
one.
best impression of Shaira Hall, aka Hawk Girl from Justice League, and fly because I have boots of flight.
Of course.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna fly up to its face and just start hammering it.
Ash it
First,
in the nose.
I'll use my bonus action to use my last second level spell slot for another branding smite.
Cool.
Might as well do that. First swing is a 17 to hit.
That actually does not hit. It glances off of a surprisingly stony and rocky part of its hide.
Okay, second swing is a 29 to hit.
That will hit. Redirecting your
Alrighty.
blow, you smash down into almost the exact same spot, but at a slightly different angle.
Do
By
you
the
need
purchase.
any of the damage divided out? I know I'm not doing the fire, but the bludgeoning and the radiant. Do you need any of it divided out?
That's all
No.
good.
Okay.
No. You all figured out its
20
resistance.
22 points of damage.
You do a good blow to its face, knocking out several of its teeth and caving in part of its skull as you
And-
just smash through with the hammer.
Last attack is 21 to hit.
That will hit.
I will use my last arcane jolt of the day to add force damage to it. 17 points of damage on that hit.
And it's dead. You smash through its skull, and it seems to transform into smoke and embers that swirls like a violent cyclone before it forms. Glowing out of it is a mote of light, and it drops to the ground in front of you. It's probably a 5-foot tall, 5-foot wide glass heart that smashes into the ground directly in front of you.
Wow.
5 foot tall, Jesus.
What?
It's a big heart because it was a dragon.
Like anatomical glass heart.
Similar to what you found from the salamander.
Okay.
Well, we
Oh.
put it into Chauncey's hammer, right?
Yeah, we distilled that down. So I'm just gonna I guess, land and investigate this heart? Question mark.
I feel like I'm gonna have a Indiana Jones moment and be like, this belongs in a museum.
All right, roll me. I guess yeah. Roll me an investigation check.
Um, 15 plus 9 is a 24.
All right. So this thing seems to be, as you touch it, it feels less like glass and more like obsidian, but yet somehow it's clear. And inside you see swirling smoke and embers and roiling lava. And it seems to have a lot of, you can feel the sort of fiery energy radiating from it.
Does
You said
anyone have? Oh, I will ritually cast detect magic.
Ritually cast detect magic.
Yeah.
Cool. You get about maybe 5 minutes into the ritual and you feel the earth begin to shake.
No, great.
Yeah. What if we just carry this? It's 5 feet tall? What?
5 feet tall, 5 feet wide. It's probably close to maybe like 500, 550 pounds.
Who's our strongest people? Because that's not me.
Lift with your feet.
I
I
do
feel
have
like
a
Chauncey
potion of
loving
I have
Lift
a
with your
potion of
hands.
hill giant strength.
a
Oh,
potion of hill
perfect.
giant strength would give you enough to lift it. Since it is a hill
Wait,
giant and they regularly pick up gigantic rocks.
Wait,
Um,
couldn't I also just reduce it?
I could polymorph you into like a giant ape or something. How much can a giant ape carry?
Wait a minute. Let's see.
So there are both viable options as the earth continues to shake more and more.
I'll save your potion. I'll polymorph.
Okay.
Into a great ape.
So,
Donkey
I'm going to
Kong.
assume it's a gorilla.
Can a gorilla lift 500 pounds?
huge beast. I'm looking strength 23 strength.
Okay.
Gorilla
That
strength is
sounds-
estimated to be about 10 times its body weight. A gorilla can deadlift 1,800 pounds.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think we're
I
good.
feel like we're
Do I have its mental stats or my mental stats?
Yeah,
It's
which is 7
it's
intel, by
polymorph.
the way.
I will
Oh,
say
great.
polymorph.
So-
It allows you to keep your memories
Okay.
and your basic ideas of friend and foe. Friend, foe, neutral. But you cannot cast spells. You probably can't do any complex math in your head, anything like that. So you recognize your friends. You remember what the plan is because you discussed it outside of being a gorilla. But other than that, you are mentally a gorilla.
Does anyone have a banana?
Oh, there's just this moment where Chauncey's like, just picks up the giant 500-pound heart.
Well, that's a new one for him. I don't remember him being able to do. Is he gonna be okay?
He'll be. It only lasts for an hour. It's fine.
Is this doing anything for you, Jed?
Jed just to wrangle Chauncey down. Like, all right, big guy. Okay, come on, let's go.
Okay, well, I guess we're making our way back to town with a silverback. So,
I'm sure.
All right.
not that he
So
would
yeah,
know what
I
that
will
is.
say
don't-
you get out of there with enough time. You do see a small eruption. More lava and magma trickles down the side of the volcano as it belches pyroclastic clouds into the air. People are screaming, but after about a minute of it doing it, the earth stops shaking. And the volcano begins to lay dormant as the cloud of smoke begins to dissipate and the lava begins to cool.
I thought we were about to have some fucking volcanic eruption or something. I was like, Jesus Christ.
The thing that I'm imagining right now is what happened to the volcano in El Dorado.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, you are now standing outside of the mines, probably a good, few 100 feet away to avoid the lava flows or any other things. And what would you like to do?
So, what do we do with that? Pointing at the giant heart thing.
And
The
also
giant
the
5 foot
gorilla.
heart.
I don't know.
This seems
Well-
like a Chauncey thing.
Chauncey's
Well,
a gorilla right now.
Chauncey's
All
probably a
right,
gorilla,
I'm just
so-
gonna grab him by one of his gorilla hands and lead him towards his workstation so he can sit down. Like,
Oh my goodness.
it was like we walk through the town. I'm like, don't worry, this is normal. Those blessings upon you.
Giant apes in D&D are 20 feet tall, by the way.
Oh my god.
We'll put it down in front of the building, I guess.
How long does this last?
I'll drop it when we get to the building, I guess.
Okay, yeah, you watch
Wow.
as the gorilla shrinks into Chauncey's form, which this 550-pound object is pretty heavy, I feel like, for Chauncey. It just kind of, it doesn't so much get set down as it slips out of Chauncey's hands because it's just way too heavy,
Yeah.
and plants itself in the ground.
Question.
Yes.
What happened to Chauncey's clothes?
They mold
become
with the
part of it.
form.
Polymorph
Okay.
retains your clothing.
Yes.
Okay, that's good.
This isn't a werewolf situation where you
There
lose,
are
where you
other
have to
things
strip.
like
Um,
that do not.
I will say
but
druids get to
polymorph
choose
does.
if their clothes morph into them or if they have to take their clothes off to change.
Oh.
But polymorph doesn't do that. It just takes your clothes with it, as well as the equipment. So you can't lose magical items while you're in animal form.
Yep. They just like slurp into your body.
Yeah, it's weird. Anyway, so of course at this point you definitely see Hortensia kind of just like open the door and, by the grace of what do you have?
Uh,
A glass,
Dragon heart, apparently.
glass
It's
dragon heart.
yeah, what they said. I really just have this hankering for bananas, and I want to climb a tall building with a skinny tiefling in one hand.
Jed is the woman from the King Kong
I
movie.
love that so much.
Strange thing to say in this place with no tieflings.
Yeah.
There used to be that one that lived in the forest. I don't know.
Of course, now I'm just imagining Jedidiah in that white dress.
Hmm.
Beautiful.
Oh my goodness.
Chef's kiss.
So you see Hortensia just kind of, why hearts? Why has this been 2 times?
If I had a nickel.
I would have 2 nickels, and it's too many. The
Chauncey
amount of
just
hearts
lucky
that
that
I've
way,
had
I
to deal
guess.
with in this lifetime as a wood carver and a blacksmith is too many.
Mm-hmm. Well,
I mean, we don't have to think about it as a heart. At this point, it's just a reagent for us to use in experimentation.
More like a core.
I'm gonna be honest. I kind of want to be back at the cabin during all this experimentations that y'all gonna be doing.
Hmm.
Because it sounds like things could get real explodey real fast.
Yes, and myself and the rest of the church should probably see to the injured miners.
I'll
I
go
guess
with
so.
father.
Well, I guess we can leave this outside until we can figure out where to put it. We don't exactly have much room in this smithy.
Or much of a way to move it, neither.
Very true.
I mean, it's only 500 pounds. We could group carry that thing.
Oh, we could, but the problem
Look at
is
the
the
time.
space.
Look
As
at the
Jed
time.
just slowly inches away from the group.
I feel like Adrien would genuinely be interested in this from like a librarian / archaeologist standpoint. So he's gonna stay and watch.
I would also like to say that Chauncey, as you're having this conversation, you see your gunpowder witch that's in your head standing
Oh.
next to the heart, and she reaches out gently and almost pets it. It would make such a good explosion. Gently stroking this heart.
Mm-mm.
Of course, no one else sees this, but you see it and hear it, unfortunately.
If only we had a holy person who could do something.
I don't think he can. To be real
I'm
with
too
you.
far away.
I can't hear you.
Oh, fuck. It's funny. Yeah, so okay, they're attending to the miners. Marcus is going back to the cabin. At some point, y'all will have to fill Lyla in on how all this went down.
Of course.
It's
And I
John
will say,
Donuts.
unless anybody else has some incredibly pressing matter that can't wait until tomorrow, it will be tomorrow, and you all will have a lovely long rest.
Okay.
Fantastic. Okay,
However,
how many long rests have we had? I need to keep track of how much wine I have.
oh, true.
I think
I
it's been
believe
like
this happened on a Friday, and you all
This
came in
did
on
happen on
Tuesday.
Friday.
So whatever,
4 gallons.
cool. Um,
At this point, do we even need long rests?
I'm gonna toss Shaw the now infused fucking quarterstaff before he leaves. I'm like, thanks for letting me use this.
Yep, you're welcome.
It's better at hitting people now if you need to.
You know what? That's actually might come in handy.
very true. Also, for this evening, where is Chauncey?
I mean, he's probably going to be, if they're working on it already, he'd probably be chilling with Hortensia. If they need to delay it for something or other, he'd probably go back to his room. So that
Okay.
would be kind of be up to her. Would she want to get to work on it that as soon as possible, or are we delaying slightly to set up?
I think she's going to delay slightly.
All right, then I'm in my room, probably working on trying to teach myself Celestial and translate Jed's tattoos.
Cool. Then give me that intelligence check. I forget how many you need, but I know you need quite a few.
Oh my god, Chauncey will literally be able to read Jedidiah like a book.
I got a 12.
I don't think that succeeds. So, having been shaken up by today's activities, you find it kind of hard to focus,
I'm
which
just so
comes with a
cool and
relief.
mysterious.
He
Of
can't stop thinking
course.
about bananas.
Also, I would, side note, while Jed is treating the miners, I want to find Delmus's boyfriend that I forget
Leroy
the name of.
Fisher.
Leroy. I come up to him and I'm like, I bend down, start doing like a cure wounds on him. And I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. And I subtle spell of prestidigitation to make him piss his pants. And I'm
Of
like,
course.
it's an entirely common reaction to fear responses to accidentally relieve oneself.
At this point, he's kind of too shocked to say anything. He's just kind of staring
I
as you
should
continue
note though,
casting.
once that dam breaks, it kind of just keeps happening. So you should be real careful with your bed sheets.
Of course, I'm sure you
Wow.
say this loud enough for every other
Very
miner to
loud,
hear.
yes.
Can
You
Colton
see,
roll to gaslight this man into having
That's my
indulgence?
whole bit, okay? I'm the gaslighting person. You know how good my deception is?
It's insane. Okay, so yeah, you get a knock at the door.
Hmm. Okay.
Um, it's not the door of your room, it's the door of the general store, which has been closed at this point for probably about 2 hours.
Okay, I
Um,
will head down to the general. I'm assuming Dez isn't gonna get it. I'll go down there, check and see who it is. I've got
yeah,
Pyre Mall if that helps, but I'm not wearing my armor probably because it's this late.
okay. All right, that sounds fine. Yeah, you open the door to see Leroy Fisher there. I would say you would probably, what's your passive perception?
I have a negative wisdom modifier.
Oh,
My
right.
passive perception is 9.
Okay, so you don't notice he has a new pair of pants on. Um, can um can I come in?
Um, sh uh, what? Sure. Come, whatever. Yeah.
Kind of
I'll.
comes in and awkwardly stands. Um, I just um I just wanted to apologize for everything. I wasn't exactly the nicest. I guess I was just a little jealous of what you and Delmas had, and kind of was a little afraid that he'd dump me and go back to you, but I shouldn't have done that. I'm talking too much. I just wanted to apologize and thank you for saving me back there in the volcano. I know you didn't have to, but and at this point you see a black hat come into frame as well as the shadowed face of the witch.
Mm.
And you shouldn't have.
Oh, cool. Chauncey's going to continue on with what he typically does and try to ignore her.
Uh-huh.
I mean, look, if you make him happy, you make him happy. And I wasn't going to leave you down there and not save you and just everybody else. You got
You
out,
should
you got
have
out.
left him. Smash him with your hammer. It would be so easy.
And like Chauncey's just having this like, can you it looks past him at where the witch is in the peripheral. He's like, "Can you not? Can you not?" Like,
Out loud.
yeah, he'll even say it out loud, like he's having a conversation with himself.
You watch as Leroy kind of looks around. I'm sorry. Who are you talking to?
Oh shit, fuck. It's a hazard of, I guess, being an adventurer. Sometimes you see stuff. Thanks, Leroy. I, you should, um, you should go. You should go home. You should go home. Go home.
Smash him. And I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no.
Fantastic. He has a negative. Oh, God damn
I
it.
don't have a negative to wisdom saving throws.
Oh, okay.
Because I took resilient wisdom.
That's right. That's right.
Yes.
That's right. Thank God.
I got a 13, but I'm going to Flash of Genius it up to an 18.
Okay.
That is just enough to save. You feel your hand move to Pyre Mall. You feel the rage build up in you, but you manage to shove it back down. And you watch as Leroy just, um, well, thank you for having me at least. Um, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, please get out of my store. Just go. Just yeah, yeah. Way to go, you're alive. Yay. Go sleep with my ex. Have fun.
And he kind of gives you kind of
Wow.
a side eye and walks out of the store.
Yikes.
And of course, as he passes, it's almost like the reverse of the cool spy that's standing on the other side of the road and the bus goes by and suddenly they're gone. He walks by grabbing, I guess, the coat that he took off, and as he passes, the witch is just standing there, staring at you, staring you down. It would be so easy.
Did you think it would be that easy to get me to kill someone?
Yes,
Oh,
you hate
honey.
him.
I hate a lot more people than just him.
One day you will bend to my will.
Mm, there's only like one person in town I willingly bend for, and you don't really look like him.
And she just vanishes at that point. All right, so we have now successfully had the long rest. So for Saturday and Sunday before we move into week 2, is there anything that anybody absolutely needs done before week 2 starts?
2 more
Saturday.
gallons of wine.
Saturday's tea with Marcus. It's Sunday's party tea, group party tea. It's Sunday, both at my tower.
Wait, shit. Oh, God. Okay. Shit.
We don't need to role play it, but I will have it be known that Jed spends whatever free time he has either with Birdie, just trying to like schmooze her, stealthily stalking Father Hale, trying to because that's just what he does, and 3 is trying to spend a little time with his shitty brother.
All right.
We can skip the role play, spend time with Hortensia on that, read that book you gave me about flying castles. Chauncey's
Yes.
multitasking as usual. Infusion wise, that's 2 days, that's 8 infusions total. I'm gonna just make sure that everybody's gonna get 2, like, everybody but Jed, because Jed doesn't have room for him. Y'all are gonna get 2 spell rot tattoo needles for shield each. So you can just prick yourself and have 2 free castings of shield, but they burn them up. They use them when they go away. So that'll
And
be
they don't
6
require attunements, do they?
Spell rot tattoos do not require attunement, but they do require body space. So you can't
Okay,
just
yeah.
cover yourself with limitless tattoos.
Right. Okay.
So they are shields level 1. That should be the size of like a hand covering tattoo.
Yeah.
Okay.
It could be on your hand, anywhere else on your body, but everybody's going to get 2 free shields except for Jed. And Chauncey's going to probably do the other 2 spell rot tattoos to give himself tongues. And maybe Tensor's floating discs in case we run into something we can't lift again.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Tensor's floating disc can hold like what, 2,000 pounds or something?
500, I checked. Theoretically,
500.
we could have gotten it through just barely.
Cool. All right. So then we move on to week 2. So the beginning of week 2 is once again pretty peaceful. I'm going to assume you all are doing very similar things. Of course, Tuesday night rolls around, so I'm assuming Shaw and Lyla absolutely cut up on the dance floor with Karaoke Bear and the Forest
hell yeah.
Bunch. Definitely hogging the magical singing sticks for
I go
45
there to
minutes.
support my OG duck and yellow hat.
Okay, wait. So
Yes.
so Saturday Marcus was invited. Sunday everyone was invited.
Yes, yeah. Sunday is the party at Shaw's Tower, and we have tea at Shaw's Tower every Sunday. And Marcus was invited for Saturday. Yes.
Okay, well, Marcus definitely showed up Saturday, but I really don't know what to do about it. Pretty sure.
So I know at this point Marcus is Lyla.
I mean, I'm sure you can make that assumption.
I guess fucking Colton did, or
Yeah,
Jed did away when he said the thing. Yeah, so fuck it.
Father.
Fucking yeah.
I mean,
all right.
we still have tea. We could play some cards.
Yeah. Word. It's cool.
Yeah, we'll hang out.
Okay, yeah.
Killed my bit, but whatever.
Sorry.
Eventually.
Retcon that.
I mean, I think
it's good.
from the awkward, oh, Marcus isn't coming, but Lyla is. Oh, Lyla isn't coming, but Marcus is. Eventually, Shaw would figure it out.
Yeah, we were gonna get there, I'm pretty sure, right about now. So, like,
retconning wouldn't do anything.
Yeah.
But it is a funny bit. All right.
On Sunday, when we all chill.
No, actually, you know what? Tuesday, it's Marcus. Marcus does
Marcus on the dance floor.
Wait, are we doing Sunday or Tuesday right now?
We could do
I was
Sunday
just gonna say
real
on
quick.
Sunday when we're all chilling, we're all getting a little drunk, and Jed's like, "Okay, guys, I know we got a kind of a tight group going, but let me just pitch." Duck and Yellow Hat coming on Sundays, okay?
Duck and Yellow Hat.
Duck and Yellow Hat.
I love how we love Duck and Yellow Hat.
My guy.
Well, it's not
Are
like
we
he
gonna-
can out us or would out us. So yeah, I'll send an invitation to Duck and Yellow Hat next week.
What about the leprechaun guys? They were
They're a lot.
cool.
They're a lot.
No,
Duck and
it's
Yellow
too
Hat's
much.
chill like that, okay?
There'll be
Are
some
we gonna-
loose ends we'll have to take
We're gonna
care
go
of.
into the final battle with Duck and Yellow Hat. Am
Hell
I gonna
yeah.
have to pull out Tasha's sidekick things and make you stat up Duck
Listen,
and
I
Yellow
find
Hat?
one thing in every game and fall in love with it, and right now it's Duck and Yellow Hat.
Last campaign, it was the Applings.
Yes.
This reminds me,
Who
there's
were
a
fantastic, by the way.
There's a
Yes.
group called Viva La Dirt League,
Okay.
and they do this thing where it's like NPC when you purposefully bring NPCs to a fight, and they end up being like really badass.
Also, I wanted to talk to the mayor about getting a teleportation circle going here.
Smart.
Okay.
On Tuesday, I want to sit while Lyla and Shaw, or I guess while Marcus and Shaw, cut a rug and sing. I think Chauncey and Virgil are at a table together, and I'm like, are they like? Is Shaw gonna date the whole deal? Like, what are the ethics
It is a
of that?
package deal, so
It is a package
yeah.
deal.
You're getting the whole United States of Terra here.
Chauncey at this point has just been carrying around notebooks with him, and
I'm like, hey, we're talking.
Ah, I'm sorry, Virgil.
Oh, right.
Father.
I don't wait. Do you? Chauncey's also oblivious to things, so he's like, "Wait, what?" And he looks up at the stage, and he's like, "Dating? You don't do you? Do you think?"
I know Shaw and Lyla have something going on, whatever it is, but like Marcus.
Adrian's the only one.
What about like Valakar or like the other one?
The other one. Well, it's clear we have a
Kept
favorite in this
losing to
group.
Shaw.
The dwarf merchant.
We're
woman.
gonna leave the child out of it just for.
Yes.
I'm gonna impose that rule on them.
Yeah.
Like-
I'm
Hard
good.
pass.
Yeah.
Admittedly-
It's funny because you automatically also have a kid, like at the
Yeah,
same
but-
time.
Yeah,
No, I
Aiden is
have
the
a child now.
Aiden is the child that you have to take care of.
God damn.
Whoops.
Uh-oh.
I guess
I
the
mean-
dwarf lady's pretty hot too. You know, they're kind of lucky if they were gonna get like all stuck together. It's like a bunch of hot people.
Be worse.
I mean, I think people should try to be happy while they can be happy. You know? So if that's going on, good for them.
For them.
Good for them.
Good for they them.
All of them.
Adrian
Technically a
looks at his
polycule at
familiar.
that point.
Adrian looks at his familiar chrysanthus, and he's like, "At least we have each other." Yeah.
You hear the crow
Chauncey's just
mimic a
gonna, like,
vomiting sound.
Lean towards Virgil and be like, what is he doing to that familiar at night?
Oh no.
Oh,
That's
no,
what's
wait,
sitting in
it's not a raven anymore. It's a snake.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
you
that's even
changed it.
worse.
I forgot about that.
Oh no. What's next? Is it a gerbil?
Moving swiftly on before things get suggested that would get us demonetized. Not that we're monetized, but you know. Yeah. Okay. I will say at this point in time, two things roll into town. One of them appears to be a sort of almost like a circus wagon that sets itself up. This is probably around Monday. Sets itself up at the edge of town. It appears to be a traveling puppet show called Mr. Mustard's Magnificent Marionettes.
Okay.
Okay, haunted.
And he starts doing puppet shows for children. It's just incredibly odd because you don't see any other person working this thing. You don't see any other employees. You don't see any other people. But the puppet show seems to just happen.
Detect magic.
Yeah, there is a good
Wait.
amount of transmutation magic all over this.
Okay, good.
And it seems Mr. Mustard, as he calls himself, has a mustard-colored coat with two tails on it and a mustard-colored top hat with a white shirt and mustard-colored pants.
This is just hurting my eyes.
Okay. I 100% want to detect thoughts and go talk to him.
You cast detect thoughts.
We've been
Low-key,
burned too many times.
You cast
real
detect thoughts.
quick.
It's as if
Yeah,
okay.
sorry. I
Oh,
wanted to point
of
out, like,
course.
if that. So
As we all notice the name.
yeah, I mean, like, so let's say like Lyla hears of the puppet show, and like there's this thing going on, like literally inside of the United States of Terra, like Aiden won't shut up. Like he just wants to see the fucking puppet show. So like Lyla maybe comes to Chauncey, and she's like, look, okay, well, I'll just let him tell you. And then suddenly it's I want to see the puppets, I want to see the puppets, I want to see the puppets, I want to see the puppets.
At this point, Chauncey's probably at Hortensia's / Delmas's workshop, work apron on, grease under one eye, and he's just like a fucking dragon heart in the background that someone's
I'm gonna
hammering
roll a
at.
D100 since you're at Hortensia's. Yep. You all kind of turn to the side after Aiden kind of gives a spiel, and you see Hortensia just staring. I'm sorry, what just happened?
Oh, Hortensia, this is our son.
Our like group
Collectively.
son. We all share custody.
I just watched Lyla turn into a child. What?
Hortensia,
Want to go see
honestly,
the puppets with us?
don't just
Honestly, I need a break.
That's valid, honestly.
Yeah.
As she says, setting down her tools, I need a break, I need a drink. And she just pulls out a bottle of what's probably somewhat nice brandy in like a beautiful glass, like the ones that have like all the diamond, kind of patterning on it. Just opens the cork.
I'm
swirls
honestly
it,
low-key debating scaring the shit out of Hortensia and never telling anybody about what she saw. Just real quick.
On the demonic child moment.
I think I'm gonna do
She's
it.
just
I'm gonna
chugged
do
a
it.
bottle of brandy.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
just puts the stopper back on and sets it. All right, when we going?
Oh, cool. Okay, then I guess we don't have to do that. That's fine.
Oh, she was ready to go. She needed a break.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go. Should I get Chauncey's just like, what's the do we get changed, or do we just wear our work clothes to it's a puppet show?
It's a fucking
Do you
puppet
think
show.
We're
maybe
fine. You can
what
wear
if
whatever you want.
you should bring some of your guys, and maybe he like could use some of your little guys in the show, and you could be like famous.
Yeah. All right, Aiden, I want you to have a great time at the probably haunted puppet show. And just be careful and try not to get tooken, okay?
I don't take nothing from strangers.
Good.
This is gonna be a whole Pinocchio thing.
I'm not
Oh, God.
6.
I'm 7. Isn't he like canonically 7?
He's 10.
Oh, he's 10. Okay.
He's 10.
Okay, just make sure you're holding someone's hand most of the time.
That's you, Shab.
Oh, fine.
I'll take care of it.
All right. Yeah, so you make it to the puppet show. Mr. Mustard comes out. The curtains, of course, are closed. Mr. Mustard comes out. Well, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. He has a total Mad Hatter voice.
I love it.
For tonight's entertainment. And he gives the whole speech. He also has a handlebar mustache that's like out to here. Like, it's insane. He clearly has a bit and he's sticking to it.
We love it.
The puppet show is kind of 3 little stories. They're like little fables, like, the 3 billy goats and
Can I investigate these puppets while he's performing? Can I like study them? Is there anything weird about the puppet?
I would say investigation has to do with touching. So unless you're going to actively go up to the stage and pull the puppet off the stage, perception check is probably going to be better.
Okay, I'll do a perception check. I'm bad at them, but I'll do it, and I'm gonna guidance my ass while I do it, while I adjust my glasses.
There's
gonna
enough
steal a
screaming
puppet.
children that no one's going to notice you verbally casting guidance.
Cool. I got that's an 8. Oh,
Those
it's
are
a
some
puppet show.
cool puppets.
Cool puppets.
That bear has a good amount of points of articulation.
These cars so good at, but Chauncey, I think I think you do better than that one. He's kind of ugly.
And it's just like
Um,
an ugly goblin that says "Nyeh" on stage. But yeah, they're just like little fables, and then it's probably about maybe a half-hour show, and then the curtains close, and he gives a dramatic bow, um, and all the
Aw.
children just get up and eventually, wander back as parents kind of pull them away from the puppet show to go do other things. All right,
Where you come
next
from?
showing is in 2 hours.
All right, absolutely detect thoughts and loved it.
You cast detect
God.
thoughts,
Can we
you
meet-
get nothing.
can we
Not
meet
just
Mr. God.
nothing in his head, nothing. The spell doesn't even pick up on him.
Would an Arcana check tell me anything that the detect magic thing didn't?
Seeing as how Arcana checks are not detect magic, you would probably not get any new information. At most, you might be able to think of a way that he might be doing this with the puppets.
Okay,
Do
might as
I-
well.
Do I pick up thoughts from the puppets?
No, you do not. You do not pick up thoughts from the puppets, nor do you pick up
Okay.
thoughts from
Thank
Mr.
God.
Mustard.
And I have
I-
no idea what not picking up on him at all could mean.
I rolled a 21 on the Arcana.
21?
Yeah.
It could be a very, very, very complex mechanical device infused with magic, or it could be almost like a a casting of unseen servants that solely manipulate the puppets.
I
Or
It could be a lot of
souls
things.
or it could be the souls of children lost in puppets.
Jed was like gonna go talk to him, but once he realizes his spell totally failed, he instead just turns around and like whispers to Chauncey, "I'm gonna steal a puppet."
What?
Aiden just runs up to Mr. Mustard.
Oh, God.
It's
he
so
We have to-
wants talk to him.
Yeah.
Mr. Mustard,
Oh, shit.
Mr. Mustard.
Who here has good
How long you
acrobatics?
been doing puppets?
Ooh, I've been doing
Oh.
puppets since ever I could remember. My family does puppets.
Yeah, I
Long
bet you
time.
fucking did, you little fucking freak.
I'm gonna go up to him and I'm just gonna be like, "Hello." Hold out my hand to do a
He
handshake.
still looks like the priest, right? Like, did he just say
That's
that?
like under
Father,
my
he's
breath.
father, Oh my God.
You watch
You've been doing
as you
puppets a
reach out
long time.
your hand, he puts his hand behind his back and comes out with a hand puppet that looks exactly like him, but in red, and it reaches out and takes your hand and shakes it. Ooh, I got you!
fucking hate this.
Haunted.
I hate this so much.
Does
He
anyone
did
else
get you,
dispel
Well,
magic?
Mr. Mustard, it was nice to meet you. Forgive my child.
Are
Aiden,
you-
let's go.
I'm actually somewhat of a puppet maker myself.
Ooh, a
Show him
fellow
the guy
puppeteer.
with the
Chauncey's gonna pull out his bag of holding, and Lovey May's like right behind him, and she's effectively a giant mechanical doll. And he's gonna have her start rifling through the bag and pull out some of the toys he's made. And he's like, "I'd love to. I don't know if you want to meet us at the tavern. We could get you a drink and talk shop. Always good to meet a fellow toy guy."
Thursdays are karaoke.
I beam into your head, Chauncey. Smart. Get him away from the cart.
Can we see one of the puppets?
Ooh, of course. This is my favorite. And he pulls out, just once again, behind the back, pulls out a puppet, and it's a purple owl bear. It's painted in such a way that parts of it have like the wood still coming through, like it's only an ink wash, but the paint becomes more solid. The tips of the feathers have a little bit of gold on them. There's also a little bit of peach in it. It's not just straight purple. It's a very beautiful paint job, and it has these glass eyes, and he makes the puppet stand up on its legs, and he walks it forward, and it reaches out for a hug.
I'm
Is he doing that?
I'm
Is
gonna
it-
telekinetically shove Aiden like 10 feet back.
I wanna
from the
hug.
fucking puppet.
Really cool owl.
Don't touch the puppets.
Can I investigate a puppet now that we're up close to them? Just like,
Yes.
or perception or investigation. Investigation.
Yeah.
I'm doing an investigation.
I mean, if you want to help Chauncey, you certainly can, or if you want to make your own investigation check, you can.
I'm
I
willing
rolled
to
a
see the
17.
bear.
So after my modifier, it's a 31.
Oh wow.
Wow, damn. Okay.
Okay.
This
Shit.
seems like just a wooden puppet. Nothing weird about it. It's a very well-made wooden puppet, but it's just a wooden puppet.
I feel like the fact that we haven't discovered anything just makes this guy even more suspicious.
Yeah, right.
Why can't he just be a guy that does puppets?
I'm starting to suspect he's just a guy that does. Can we someone insight check this guy? I think he's a guy who just does puppets.
Father,
Doing insight.
Jed literally tried to
damn
read
it.
his
Never
mind
mind.
and got nothing.
Maybe
I
he's
like
wearing a ring of mind shielding.
I beam into your head. He has no thoughts. There are literally no thoughts in his head.
It's not just that there are no thoughts. The spell washes through him as if he were some kind of
It's like
inanimate
he's not
object
even
or
here.
empty
Okay.
air.
Like,
I will
Wait.
say, you would know since you tried to read Chauncey's mom's thoughts. If somebody has a block, it's almost like there's a wall or you're walking around a safe. You can recognize that there is a person there, but your spell bounces off of the solid wall. This is as if there might as well have just been an empty air. You might as well have just been casting the spell onto empty air when you cast it on him.
What if he himself is a
Is a
puppet?
puppet. He might. Can I investigate him now that I'm close enough and see is he a puppet?
Yeah, sure. You can roll me an investigation check since you can kind of get a little bit closer and maybe like, do some friendly gestures to reach out to touch his arm or whatever just to see.
26.
He is not a puppet.
Huh.
As he finally kind of takes the hand puppet off and gives you a handshake, it's flesh, blood, and bones.
Okay, fuck it. I'm eating his brain.
Whoa!
No.
I'm sorry, what?
Absolutely not. Another telekinetic shove. Get the fuck away.
Mr. DeRosa, Mr. You're not doing that.
I think my friends are a little unsettled by you. I do apologize, Mr. Mustard? Colonel Mustard?
Yeah,
Captain
Mr.
Mustard?
Mustard.
Mr. Mustard.
Oh, mustard.
I tend to have that effect on people. I think it's the
Where
voice.
where did you come from?
Oh,
Yeah.
I came from Creator's Hollow, born and bred.
Made.
Mm. Wait, above game, isn't that where y'all are from?
yeah,
That's
both
where we're
Jed
from,
and Chauncey
yeah.
are from there.
Yeah.
I will say he does look older, so there's a possibility that he moved out before you two were born.
History check. History check.
Oh, history check what? What are you history checking?
If they would have remembered any mention of him.
Well, I don't think they remember anything
Yeah.
about Mr. Mustard.
No.
Pretty clearly.
Um,
Well,
Mr. Mustard, do you have any? What do you think about? What's the burning thoughts in Mr. Mustard's head? I'm just curious.
Well, I'm always looking for a new story to adapt for the children's plays.
we should tell him about the time when
Adrien just automatically covers Hayden's mouth.
This is the bird.
Yeah,
I mean, he's
we're
a kid.
good.
He stop
Yeah.
you from covering his mouth. Like he's
Yeah. Well, I should probably let you all go so I can set up for the next show.
Yeah.
How long are you going to be in town?
Ooh. Maybe about 4 weeks.
Oh,
Okay.
perfect. That'll be. I run a shop in the general store. If you ever want to, I run a booth out of the general store. I'm kind of not a co-owner, a co-investor, a co-businessman. I don't know what you'd call it. And the smithy as well. Chauncey's gonna pull out like a fucking business card that's been printing press printed and just
Of
hand it
course.
over. It's just odds and ends. Artifice for the everyday.
Yeah. They had a hard time fitting all the things into the plate since it's made to print a whole page and not be chopped up. But they managed to do it and print a few of the business cards. There was a lot of paper waste, but you managed to get a few cards.
Fuck the environment. Who cares? We live in the middle of.
What environment?
This is a magical world. We can create whatever we need. It's fine.
Yeah. Chauncey's
Most
just,
things run on magic. Magic is environmentally friendly.
Chauncey's gonna be like, so what are you doing in town exactly? I'm gonna insight check him, please, and with the help action from Lovey May, as she kind of just stands nearby.
Oh, this traveling around trying to make a bit of money.
I got an 18 on my insight check because I rolled a 19 minus 1.
Hard to tell, but it seems like he's telling the truth.
I trust him.
Oh God.
He's like,
once this interaction looks like it's winding down, Jed would like to subtle spell cast Hold Person on Mr. Mustard.
Oh my god.
Oh God. I may have to leave
Word of
out of frame
misfortune.
to grab a book.
Word of misfortune.
Oh my god.
I'm just trying to see if it works.
You're just trying to completely just murderize him at
I
this
know,
I'm
point.
not trying to murder him. I'm trying to see if he's a person.
And I'm trying to help him.
Let me grab a book because this guy has a stat block. Not to spoil anything.
Oh, God.
Sorry. I love how prepared I was. I wasn't expecting you all to fuck with him this quickly, which was
I just
probably
wanted
my
to see the
fault.
puppets, man.
I thought he was just a puppet guy, honestly. Just a creepy puppet guy.
Oh my God, where is that book?
does he have to be? But like, why can't he just be an eccentric on the edge of town entertaining children?
I'm not
Has
trying
no
to fight him.
thoughts.
We have
I'm
had
afraid my
too
spell's
many.
gonna fail,
I
and
think
then
at-
we can walk away.
I think at this point we've had too many interdimensional beings show up in town for this shit to just be normal
I mean,
Mhm.
yeah,
anymore.
probably. Okay. Got it.
Deploying this guy.
Ugh. All right, let me check what all of his shit does. And you said you were hold personing him.
Yes,
Cool.
which only affects humanoids.
It only affects humanoids. Yes, it does. Just have to make sure of something real quick. Don't mind me. I'm so prepared today.
And it's a subtle spell, so no one can tell.
Nope. Spell doesn't work.
Jed just squints and walks away.
Well, thanks for showing us a puppet, Mr. Mustard.
Of course.
mean,
And at this point, he kind of, well, I'm always here for puppet shows if you want to see another one. And he kind of ducks. Toodaloo. And he kind of just ducks behind like a curtain into his cart.
I'm gonna have Chrysanthus keep an eye on this area.
I'm gonna lean over Jed and be like, I wonder what's in that cart.
He's not a humanoid. He's something else. he is something weird.
Yeah.
I don't like
Lovely.
it.
Okay,
Don't say.
Virgil, sometimes I like to imagine we're far enough away where Chauncey's like, sometimes people aren't humanoids, okay?
So we're just trusting that there's a puppet guy coming to town for some godforsaken reason to Drake's Ridge?
Why do you even care? You don't even like this town.
It's not
Yeah,
good to be
no one should
racist.
come here.
Loki, Aiden's not a humanoid either, so like,
I mean, true. All right.
Chauncey's just like patty. He's like, it's okay, Aiden. It's okay. He doesn't
Me.
mean anything by it.
All right, well, when kids start going missing, that's on y'all.
yeah.
That's why I have Chrysanthus.
Watch and see what happens if a bitch try to kidnap Aiden. Go ahead.
I
Go
would
ahead.
love to see someone try to kidnap Aiden. That would be fucking amazing.
Oh, the fuck
You know what?
And
Just
they
to be on the
say-
safe side, Chauncey's gonna hand everybody, well, no, Jed can't. Jed has too many tattoos. Everybody else is gonna get a needle of sending. Just stab yourself to cast sending sometime. It doesn't actually hurt.
Okay, so like, just real quick. So the spell rot tattoos, they
They
They're
look how
basically spell
you
scrolls
want them
that
to
you
look.
they
don't
look how
hold
you
in your
want them to look.
inventory.
Yeah. So I think we
Yeah.
established, Kyle and I, above game outside of session that like use tattoos will change depending on who they are.
Yeah,
So like
especially what does Aiden want?
Aiden just has like since their shield,
A
I'm gonna go with
unicorn.
like a little like almost like stick-on sticker of like a triceratops, like a dinosaur.
I
Of
fucking
course.
love that.
There's this child covered in tattoos over here. It's fine.
Where's this child's parents?
Uh, anyway,
Oh, I love Aiden.
so that was Monday. Tuesday rolls around. You all have karaoke night. We've already gone through the thing for that. Wednesday rolls around. And I'm assuming we're back with Lyla at the
Yes,
bar.
finally, now that Aiden is appeased.
Yes, now that Aiden is appeased and has his fill of the puppet show.
Yeah.
Um, and as you
Lila's
come
covering it.
downstairs in the morning, there is a new person in town. You've never seen this guy before. He's completely haggard, has definitely a thick salt and pepper 5 o'clock shadow, dusty coat, kind of sitting there. It's probably about 9 in the morning, I'd say. It seems like a time that Lila would get up and start doing things. And he's sitting at the bar already drinking at 9 in the morning.
Oh, a man after my own heart. So this is just like a random, like just a dude I don't recognize.
Yeah, you don't really recognize him.
Okay,
Question.
cool. I mean, is he hot?
Yes.
Can I roll for hotness?
Oh my god.
I'm gonna say he's definitely hot.
Does he look wealthy?
No.
Okay,
haggard.
well, fuck him then.
Damn. Okay. All right. And
I'm
so
just
you
gonna
go
drink
about
my
your
Trying to
day.
look wealthy.
Does he look like he has some gold?
Um, I mean, he might have some gold, but he's not like he doesn't own a mansion or anything.
Meh. I mean, it's pretty clear what I am. I'm just gonna
A
I'm just
gold
gonna
digger?
be me. I meant a lady of the evening.
Yeah, a little more
lady.
direct than a gold digger.
Yeah, pretty much.
Look.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, she's just at the bar drinking her drink. Like she peeps him. Okay, that's fine. I'll just observe.
All right.
We can call her a minor of the night.
Oh God.
Oh, please stop.
What?
Well,
E-R, not O-R.
Let's move swiftly on from that.
Yep. You know what? It's fine.
Places, people to do, places to be.
Exactly.
Moving forward. Yeah, I mean, he does seem a little bit downtrodden. Like he definitely needs some rest. He's been riding for quite a few days, kind of thing. This is probably the first drink he's had in a while, and he definitely needed it. And that's the kind of vibe you get from him.
Mm.
Really quick, I want Virgil to walk by outside. I don't go in the bar, but I see through the window there's a new person. I'm like walking with the clergy, passing out like pamphlets or something.
Uh-huh.
And internally I'm like, why do people keep fucking coming here? Like,
Mhm.
Why are
Does
people
he,
being
like-
drawn to this random ass town?
Does it look like this guy like wants attention? Like is he
Honestly, no, not really.
Okay.
He's just drinking.
Okay. Well, listen, I will respect a man's right to wallow in peace. Like
Okay.
I'm cool. I'm cool.
Um,
That's fine. New guy. I'll let him chill. Like if he gets a
Adrien?
real oh my god, my teeth are blue.
coming from a person who works in nightlife, wallowing people have great money.
This is very true.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, so
Um,
we'll like sit close, but yeah, I'm not gonna be on the other end of the bar. I'll be like, let's call it a seat in between and a drink and
Cool.
we'll give open body language. Let's call it that.
All right. Yep.
I meant no crossed legs.
All right.
God damn it.
As he kind of gets up and he does kind of notice you. Well, howdy there. I didn't think anyone was going to be Here this early for a drink.
Oh, baby love, this is my only spot to be. I got the best spot in the house upstairs.
All
Hell,
right.
you doing at the bar this early in the morning? Looking like a whole tumbleweed.
Well, I certainly rolled in like one early this morning. I'm I'm looking for the sheriff, if there is one. And he
There
reaches
might be.
into his I guess pocket and pulls out a folded piece of paper that he unfolds and he turns it around. And you actually recognize this piece of paper. It is one of the wanted posters that you saw way, way back on the ship that
When the
crashed
shit, yeah.
into the mountain. It is for Lawrence Clifford, the Red Bandana, which is a name you recognize as your patron has asked you to keep an eye out for him.
Right. That was ages ago.
Yes, it was.
Okay.
I'm looking for this guy, and I heard some rumors he might be wandering around here somewhere.
Hmm. Can't say I ever came across a feller looking like that, but looking for the sheriff. It's usually a couple paces out away. Sheriff's office and all. Why you
Right.
uh why are you looking for the bandana?
Well, let's just say that he's had quite a large part in my life, and this will be closure. I wouldn't say
Hmm.
revenge, some people would say, but closure.
Hmm. Interesting. Well, like I said, sheriff's office out of way.
All right. Thank you very
And
much.
you find yourself need some company tonight, let me know.
Well, then, can I at least have your name?
Lyla Devine. Charmed.
Clay Sanderson. And he reaches out his hand, and you
Mm.
will both shake hands.
Clay, strong name. Like it.
Certainly is.
Hmm. Well, good luck with your search, Clay. Let me know how it shakes out.
Thank you very much. And he leaves the bar. And so that's it for that interaction. We will then move to Thursday, unless anybody has, once again, any specific thing that they absolutely have to get done.
I mean, oh,
Adrien?
Um, does Chrysanthus have anything to report?
He performed. I think you all met him on Monday. Tuesday was karaoke. Wednesday, which is today, was the day with Clay. He seems to perform about 4 shows a day, starting at 11 and running half an hour with half an hour in between. So about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, he's done, and he doesn't really leave his cart.
hmm.
Not even to use the
Is it
bathroom?
like lots of different shows, or is it the same shows all the time?
There are repeat shows,
Because like
but
it's a small town.
he seems to have a wide repertoire of shows. He does post what the next show is going to be. So if someone missed a show and it's a repeat show, they can come for that one. He also doesn't seem to charge for the shows. He just
Hmm.
lets people give him money afterwards, rather than charging admission. Which he does seem to make a bit of money. Parents seem to put some money in a little hat or a little pot or whatever he puts out that morning. Um, but yeah, he seems to have a wide repertoire of shows, but isn't afraid to repeat a show if he absolutely has to. And that's what you get from Chrysanthus watching him over several days. However,
I am gonna. How long does it take us to process that crystallized dragon heart? By the way.
Oh,
um, so to fully process it into what you would need to put it into Pyre Mall, you would need a ritual space similar to what Hortensia had back in Turtle Shell Key,
Hmm.
in order to perform magic, to draw the energy out of the heart and place it in Pyre Mall. which unfortunately you do not have a ritual space here. You would have to build one.
Okay, I'll start
So
building one somewhere, question mark?
yeah, I'll say you can probably do that. It's probably going to have to be outside. The smithy is too small for it, so it's going to have to be outside. But I'll say you can probably start using some magic and helping Hortensia set up the ritual space.
I feel like this
Um,
is something I could help with in my free time. If you needed some help, Chauncey.
sure.
Sure.
Yeah, it probably goes a
Bonding
little bit
moments.
faster
Wow.
as Shaw and Chauncey and Hortensia set up this sort of ritual space. You might be able to have it done by maybe Saturday or Sunday or something at the rate that you all are working. Um, but
In the middle of working on it, Sean's just like, so Shawthorn, you and Lyla, how's that? Hammer, hammer, hammer.
Shaw just blushes. It's more like me and Marcus. Well, I mean, maybe a little bit of we hang out. We like to play cards
talk.
together.
There's talking.
Oh, it's playing cards. Is that a euphemism I don't know yet right now? Hammer,
whack,
hammer,
whack,
hammer.
whack.
Just like focus on my book on the like ritual shit. Like
Lyla don't need to sleep.
Just the hammering.
Hey.
Yeah, there might be a thing there. We'll see.
I think Jed is sitting in the corner with you guys, not helping, but
Of course
I'm
not.
like playing with Cinnamon, and I'm like, guys, look what Cinnamon can do, and Cinnamon is just like sitting like people do. I taught him that.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know why I think Cinnamon meows. Like,
Right?
like,
Dragons seem more cat adjacent than dog adjacent, I will say.
yeah.
Fair.
Like, does it purr? I want to know.
Probably.
I like to think baby dragon purrs.
I would not be surprised. Yeah, so anyway, Thursday rolls around, probably about maybe 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It's summer, so it's not quite golden hour yet, but it's starting to get there. You're beginning to see the tinges of gold along things as the shadows begin to get longer. And over the town, as you all are going about your business, doing whatever it is you're doing that day, a gigantic portal opens up,
Oh no.
perpendicular to the ground, and sailing out of it, making a horrible sound, is a huge something. It looks like a sort of spiraled seashell with tentacles coming out of the front. It looks gigantic as it sails out of this portal, on fire. Teal flames burning off of it as it sails through the sky, shaking the ground, and lands with a thunderous crash, not far from town, but far enough that you kind of see it almost sail over the horizon. The earth shakes, and slithering out from the portal is a huge tentacle, probably 300 feet long, as it begins to snake out over the town, dark and horrible, before the portal disappears, slicing the tentacle, and it falls, smashing into the ground at the edge of town. People are screaming and fleeing everywhere. It is complete and utter chaos. The air smells like ozone. What is it that you all are doing?
Ooh, calamari.
I want Jed to have like a take the sunglasses off moment. I'm like, you gotta be shitting me.
That's pretty much the vibe from Lyla also. Like, let's say maybe, I don't know, she was inside working on somebody, you know, working a patron, a guest at the bar, doing the chatty thing, and then all this is like, and you just like, God damn, what in the
Like the shaking of like the impact in the distance has caused like two vials that Chauncey was like very cautiously trying to, and he's just holding as it starts shooting like silly putty crazy foam, like I'm a kid scientist. We're entertaining an elementary school, and he's like,
Oh, the elephant toothpaste thing.
yeah, and admittedly, where this stuff lands, it's melting into the ground, and he's like, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
I want Jed to have been doing like a confessional or something with some random citizen of the town, and he's
Yeah.
just like, and I don't think my wife will ever look at me the same way again. And I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
who forgives you? Goodbye.
As you dash out.
Shaw, do we should go, right? What's Shaw doing in this construction time?
Yeah, I assume I'm somewhere with you, working on the ritual space or something. I'm just like, I think this is our problem. These are all our problems now, right?
Yeah. Can you, and Chauncey's gonna like throw his armor on real quick, and he's just gonna like, yeah. It's mithril now because it's been a week and a half or 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna wear the mithril version so that he can't be crit hit, but he can't sneak well.
Oh yeah.
Or no, wait, mithril lets you sneak well. This is the
Yes.
adamantium, whatever. The
adamantium is the one that you can't
yeah,
get.
this is the adamantium version, so it's fancy.
Yeah. But it still has the disadvantage on stealth checks.
Yep.
Adrien was probably in his room writing notes when the screams and the shake makes him like go off the page. He's like, fucking damn it.
I love how everybody just got fucked up by this thing. So yeah, I'm assuming you all kind of Avengers Assemble charge out into the town.
It's like the movie moment where all of us happen to convene in the same place at the same time, and then I just want to be like, don't we have a sheriff or something for this?
Why in the hell? Where is this?
How did this entire town become our responsibility?
Police of the Gravity Falls.
I will say you probably see Sheriff Bixby and oh god, Billy running down the street, just like, all right, just make sure everyone's safe, just keep them from trampling. All right, as Billy's running.
Oh god.
And Bixby's like trying to keep up with like a musket, just like
oh, that's why this is our responsibility. Okay.
Historically, that man slew a dragon.
I mean,
bless your heart, Bixby.
So did we.
He is also old as shit.
Are we sure they actually killed the dragon and it didn't just, happen around him?
The dragon died of old age and they took credit.
We could have asked it, but
it was a mercy killing. It was laying on the ground and asked them to put it out of its misery.
Put me down, please.
Put me down. Please. Anyway, so
what
you all
in the abyssal fuck is all of this?
Did anyone know what
just,
that was?
Kicking the tentacle a little bit with the tip of her boot, like, ugh.
There's nothing that's gonna sprout from it, right?
Did we get a clear view of what it was that crashed, or should we just go to the crash zone?
All I did was hear stuff.
Yeah,
if anyone wants to roll a perception check, those of you that could see what came out of the portal
outside, so
we were.
Yeah.
So yeah, Chauncey and Shaw would definitely be able to make either an Arcana check. No, just an Arcana check.
Okay.
See, I have a passive perception of 20. Do I notice like a path of like devastation or anything?
It's not so much a path of devastation as it is a streak of smoke through the air.
Okay, all right, cool.
Let's see, what are my importance for the day? No.
Looks like something done sailed off that way.
Got a 16 on an Arcana check?
16. It looks vaguely familiar to something you've seen in one of your father's books. Something about space and things that live in space.
Oh, cool. I'm gonna very unhelpfully just be like, that reminds me of something in one of my father's books involving space.
I got a 17 on
I've heard about this space before.
You all have technically been to space.
Space, yeah.
You all are technically astronauts.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, I'm assuming you all are running off towards
the direction of the whatever that was.
Yeah.
It's probably maybe a half an hour jog over there. It landed quite a bit of ways away. But as you get there, this is a gigantic ship, what it looks like. A seashell with many windows, almost like a bay
Oh,
window out the front. The tentacles laying limply, stretching a few hundred feet in front of it. Um, the shell cracked and smashed in various places as you see something that looks like possibly whatever this thing's blood is seeping out of it. But there's also other things attached to it. It's clearly some sort of half biological, half mechanical construct. And as you all approach it, there is a small explosion that blasts through the shell. Excuse me. And through this hole, you see a hallway with a metal floor and a flickering light. The
Oh,
walls made of some kind of tissue. And that's where we're going to end
Chauncey?
this week's session. So join us next week as they figure out what the hell they're going to do with whatever the hell landed at the edge of Drake's Ridge. I will see you all next week, and I will see the rest of you in about 5 to 10 minutes.